Okay, so Sophia asks, what basic projects do you advise me to do to learn more about machine learning and enhance my skills? Okay, Sophia, so you mentioned that you were 19. Is that college age? Or what is that in Morocco? I think that's college. Um, so I would ask you, why do you think you're ready for a machine learning project? There's a time to learn, and then there's a time to do projects, right? So I'm going to guess that you're probably still early in your overall studies of machine learning, right? Or, data science in general. So there's a time to learn, and then there's a time to put those things into practice, right? So let me know a little bit about your background, kind of where you are in your studies, because it's possible that I'm wrong. But to me, it would feel like this would be a time for you to, learn and start taking in some of the courses, right? As you go in those courses, as you start learning different little things, start finding ways for you to apply them. Don't apply them to a big project, just apply them to something. I know you didn't attend yesterday. I'm pretty sure this is your first time. But yesterday alone, we talked about a white paper that in the very first summary, it showed confidence intervals and p-values. Like it was literally in the first two to three paragraphs, right? So when you're early in your studies like this, you don't have to understand the whole paper. Just look for the things that you can understand and interpret them. P-values, confidence intervals, you'll probably learn those in your first year of any structured like statistics or data science program. In most cases. So what do p-values mean to you? And then how do you go out and find them in the real world? How do you go out and read them in papers, right? So start taking those little portions that you learn, right? And start looking for ways to apply them. Okay, Sophia says, yes, college. Okay, but I'm going to assume you're early in your college, right? I mean, is it your first year, second year? I'm going to guess you're probably pretty early, right? So just start learning little pieces, right? You don't have to do a big project. Just learn little pieces, learn them well, and go find what they mean to you in the real world. I would encourage you to keep on coming back to sessions like this because that's what I specialize in. I'm showing you guys real world stuff. Today, we're going to go over a Waymo study. So we're going to approach it very similar to how we would a white paper, again, applying the critical eye that you're going to develop as a data scientist. But that's what I would tell you, Sophia, take the time to consider whether this is the time to learn or the time to do projects. And I'm encouraging you to think about it as a time to learn. All right. So I hope that helps. So Basava says, any tips for a fresher trying to find a job as a data scientist? Basava, I'm going to give you the very similar advice to what I just gave to our new friend from Morocco, Sophia. There's a time to learn and there's a time to work, right? So I would question if a person in their first year has the capabilities required for a data scientist, right? So I want you to think about that. Does this feel like the right time for you to work? Like, do you feel like you have enough skills, practical skills, right? Because if you're still in a learning program, then, don't rush into it, right? Because, another thing, and this also comes back to the previous question from Sophia. Don't forget, your reputation as a data scientist matters. Okay? So don't put yourself in a position to really work until you really are ready. Okay? You don't want to kind of, well, honestly, mess yourself up by getting a job too early, getting into a position where you can't help a company that had hopes for you or put their trust in you. That matters. That reputation of you as an individual, as a scientist, matters, right? So decide, is this a time to learn, to build my skills, or is this a time to work? All right. So I want you to think about that, Basava. But welcome. You're welcome to hang out. Keep on coming back. We give real world data science here, okay?